thankful for that. You know, and the good news is, as one of y'all mentioned, I think it was in the last story, that Lake Tyler is not as high as it previously was because it got pretty high there a little while earlier in the year. But you know, as we look at these lake levels real quick, if you're heading out to the lake, you can see. Oh yeah, Lake Athens, Lake Bob Sandlin, we are above normal. Lake of the Pines about 8.2 feet above normal, so that one's actually increased. Lake Tawakoni holding steady at about 3.8 feet. And then as we look a little further to the south, Cedar Creek, Lake Palestine, both very high. And then Lake Tyler, we were at about 1.2 feet above normal, but we're now down to about 0.8 feet above normal. So a little bit of improvement at Lake Tyler. We'll take that. Martin Creek and Lake Jacksonville still high as well. Now, as we look further to the south, look at this. Lake Nacogdoches nearly 2 feet above normal, but I want to point your attention to Lake Sam Rayburn, nearly 7 feet above that normal conservation pool. But it's going to be a great weekend, as Casey mentioned. Temperatures, they'll be in the 90s, plenty of sunshine around, really no problem. I know a lot of people probably have some yard work to do to clean up all the storm debris and the trees that came down, and it's going to be a great weekend to do that with those highs in the 90s and lows in the 70s. This is what it looks like outside right now. We've got mostly clear skies. It's just warm and humid at this point. It was warm and humid today. We got to 93 at Tyler Pounds Airport. Low was 71 this morning, pretty close to normal for this time of the year. Certainly had that June-like feel to it, and nowhere near the records of 101 in 1925 or 54 in 1894. And it's still warm tonight. Temperature-wise, we are in the 70s in deep East Texas, 80s a little further off to the north. Dew points in the upper 60s and lower 70s with a bit of Gulf moisture trying to make its way back into the region. And I would be a little concerned if we had a disturbance moving across the area because it would tap into some of the energy and some of the moisture we have aloft. But that's just not the case. The nearest storm system is well up to the north. You can see the front up in the Oklahoma and Texas panhandle, but I don't think any of those showers and thunderstorms are going to move anywhere closer to us. But pretty intense night of storms over Kansas again, with most of the storms kind of petering out as we look towards the Texas panhandle. Next 7 days, 90s, as I mentioned this weekend, but we detour back into the 80s, kind of like where we were earlier this week. Some scattered showers and thunderstorms around Monday and Tuesday, isolated storms Wednesday. And as I've mentioned before during various weathercasts, any storm that occurs at this time of year does have the potential to be strong to severe. So we will be watching that possibility Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Last but not least, deep East Texas, showers and thunderstorms possible Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Otherwise, we're dry with highs in the 90s. Isaac, Casey.
Thank you, Carson.
All right.